Hey ho und willkommen zurück zu Let's Play Genshin Impact WM21:9 und ich habe leider einiges verpasst, weswegen ich euch direkt auf das i-Symbol beim YouTube-Player verweise, denn da kommt ihr nämlich auf die Plays zu Let's Play Genshin Impact und könnt euch nochmal das ganze Event in Ruhe anschauen, denn wir befinden uns relativ am Ende des Events beim 4. Ersatzteil und das Ersatzteil brauchen wir auf jeden Fall für das riesige Ding hier vorne, denn damals hat es halt so angefangen, dass Claire einen Brief erhalten hatte, dass wir hier hinkommen sollten und dass die ganze Welt, das haben wir nicht mehr miterlebt, auf den Kopf stand und dementsprechend Teile verloren gegangen sind. Und die suchen wir jetzt gerade, damit das Ding wieder anfängt sich zu drehen und alles wieder funktioniert. Zwischendurch haben wir auch ein paar Rätsel gelöst und kurz davor hatten wir auch den Legendenauftrag von Tinara gestartet und beendet, weil der war leider, naja, gelockt gewesen, sonst hätten wir diese Storyline nicht starten können. Und wie ihr hier sehen könnt, sind wir bereits beim 3. Teil und müssen jetzt ein Theaterstück aufführen. Im Übrigen, beim letzten Probelauf kam Version 3.8 raus, zumindest zum Zeitpunkt, wo wir dieses Video gedreht hatten, haben auch die Charaktere getestet, wobei, naja, Euler ist ja eh unser Main-Charakter zurzeit, und haben in der Folge danach einen 200er-Pull gemacht, sprich im Verhältnis 170, 0 und 30, also 170 hiervon, 0 hiervon und den Rest hier bei 30, und sind gerade dabei, fleißig auch die Rätsel immer wieder zu machen, parallel zu dieser Story hier in diesem Event, um wieder an Urgestein zu kommen, und wir machen sehr gute Fortschritte mit dem Urgestein, also wir kriegen relativ viel zurück, so dass ein neuer Pull-Versuch bald wieder, naja, realistisch ist, denn ich würde gerne das nutzen, weil der Banner von Euler war ja wirklich selten da. Ich meine, das ist jetzt das 3. Mal, dass Euler überhaupt erscheint und ja, genug geredet, wir wollen in der Story Fortschritte machen. Ich werde aber, wie gesagt, vielleicht noch das hier, wobei, das könnten, ja, wobei ich müsste den Charakter wechseln. Machen wir ein anderes Mal. Machen wir erstmal das Theaterstück. Und dann haben wir genug Zeit, noch andere Sachen zu machen. Ihr seht ja auf der Karte, es gibt noch eine versteckte, hier eine weitere Nebenmission. Es gibt auch Minispiele, die wir jetzt freigeschaltet haben, aber die mache ich normalerweise immer erst nach der Storyline. Hier sind so 2 Sachen, die wir collecten können. Da ist das erste. Denn wir brauchen auch ein paar Sachen, damit wir Layla umsonst kriegen können. Noch eins. Hier unten ist das nicht. Hätte ja sein können. Egal. Ach, jetzt sehe ich den Pfeil auf der Nee, warte. Ach, das kann trotzdem sein, dass es über uns ist. Okay. Wo ist unser Zielort? Geht zum Theater in die Mitte. Das hier? Nein, das ist ein Brunnen. Moment mal. Höhe. Ach so, Moment mal. Hier müssen wir hin. Ah, okay, dann habe ich diesen... Nee. Moment mal, wieso wird der Ziel jetzt unter uns angezeigt? Was davon ist jetzt das Theater? Jetzt mohne ich jetzt. Ich bin gerade ein bisschen... Nein, hier nicht. Ja, ich gucke nämlich auf die Zahl. Höher. Warte mal, ich gehe nochmal nach oben. Irgendwo stehe ich gerade ein bisschen auf dem Schlauch. Finde ich gerade nicht so... Weil das Symbol ist auch ziemlich schön versteckt hinter dieses eine Ding. Lass mich hier irgendwie hoch. Zack. Ich gehe mal diesen Weg entlang. Vielleicht ist ja im Baum hier etwas. Ach, hier ist eine Tür. Ja, okay, mein Fehler. Jetzt macht das alles wieder einen Sinn. Ja. Nee, Moment mal. Kurz mal gucken. Nee, hier ist es definitiv nicht, ne? Da oben auch nicht. Egal, okay, wartet mal. Erstmal nochmal raus. Irgendwas übersehe ich gerade. Ist das hier? Nein, kann aber auch nicht sein. 40 Meter. Nee. Nie im Leben. Warte. Oder habe ich die falsche Mission zufällig ausgewählt? Ich das hier anklicke. Zum Auftrag. Genau. Achso, das sind diese Minispiele, ja. Ist doch richtig. Oder geht's hier noch irgendwie weiter rein? Hier ist wieder so eine Challenge. Vielleicht führt sie uns in die richtige Richtung. Denn die Challenges und die Rätsel sind irgendwie so angeordnet, dass das passend zu der Story ist. Wanderer, grandiose Vorführung. Ah, unsere Mission, ja. Überraschung, Fantasie. Es darf an nichts fehlen. Alles dieser Lautsprecher, ja. Oh, Yuki, hast du das gehört? Dieser komische Lautsprecher verarbeitet irgendwelche Nachrichten. Irgendetwas muss dort vor sich gehen. Sehen wir uns an. Später. Führt mich in diese Richtung. Aber das ist doch ziemlich weit weg von unserem Missionsziel, oder? Zack. Ruf, Alter. 25 Stück sogar. Ausdauer aufbauen. Ein bisschen zumindest. Weil wenn wir gleiten müssen, wäre es ein bisschen blöd, wenn wir abstürzen würden. So. So. Ach, hier ist noch eins zu vorne. Ich dachte, das war dahinter. Das war die Truhe. Müssen wir doch gar nicht hin. Ey, jetzt stehe ich gerade wirklich total auf dem Schlauch. Das sieht doch aus wie im Baum. Ja, und als wir hier drinnen waren, war es ja doch nicht. Genau, von hier kamen wir. Ach, hier ist noch eine Tür. Die habe ich gar nicht gesehen von da oben. Off. Das war ein bisschen fies, aber okay. Ja, jetzt passt es doch.
Where did it go? I put it right here.
Hey, Zosimos! What you up to?
Oh, it's you two. Please, come here. Feast your eyes on this stage. I designed it myself.
Wirklich beeindruckend.
So, directors have to design the stage too?
Oh, I'm no ordinary director. I take a more holistic approach. Directing, script writing, stage design, I do it all.
Sounds like a lot of work. Idia wouldn't be able to handle that kind of job.
Idia has her work cut out for her too, you know. She's my one and only member of the audience, though she often criticizes my shows.
Sie hat den Nerv, andere zu kritisieren?
Well, she just says what she thinks. You don't know how to write, or this is getting ridiculous. I think it's because I use preprints in a way that she feels goes against what they're intended for. But even though she's my harshest critic, she's also been my biggest supporter in a lot of ways. I guess you could say she's like my agent. I'm very grateful to her. I've always dreamed of being a director, but I've never had the chance until I came here.
So, what did you do before you came here?
Like I said, I dreamed. From a young age, every time I came home after a show, I'd go over the story again and again in my mind. Growing up, my biggest aspiration was to be a director. Unfortunately, I couldn't offer much beyond my practical skills, so I ended up spending most of my time as a prop designer and doing a bit of set design on the side. Don't get me wrong, I do love building the set, but nothing satisfies me more than putting on my very own show.
No wonder you only wrote director on the sign.
Exactly. You're not doing a great job of convincing me that you're not a mind reader. By the way, could I ask you for your help with something? I'm having trouble finding the master script, and I'll need it shortly.
The one you only just finished writing? You lost it already?
Yeah. After I handed everyone their copies, I held on to my master copy while I was checking on everything around the theater. I must have dropped it somewhere. If it's not here, then it might be in the attic. These are the only two places I've been since I finished writing it. But, I still have some things to do to get the stage ready. Would you two mind having a look for me?
Na gut, dann holen wir es, weil da waren wir nämlich jetzt gerade auch gewesen, vor 2-3 Minuten.
No problem, we'll find it.
Okay, geh zur Dachkammer. Gibt es hier einen Weg? Nein. Ich finde aber die Idee auch ziemlich cool gemacht. Warte, ist das eine Truhe da oben? Müssen wir gleich mal gucken. Ich finde die Idee aber richtig cool gemacht, dass das hier überdacht ist und darüber ist halt ein weiterer Raum. Komme ich nur irgendwie da hoch, zufälligerweise?
Speed of light. Hey!
Nee. Aber da ist etwas. Da ist definitiv etwas. Mal hier hoch. Ja, irgendwie diese Geräusche im Moment. Oh, nein, nicht. Ich wollte nach rechts. So. So. Jump. Uff. Ja. Jugendfrei und so. Oh, Mann. Okay, jetzt habe ich langsam auch keine Ausdauer. Aber da unten ist auch etwas. Ja gut, egal. Machen wir das auch später. Wir haben noch genug Situationen, wo wir das alles noch überprüfen müssen. Zack. Genau, dann mussten wir nach oben. Hier, jetzt wird der Marker hier angezeigt. Achso, damit wir das hier sehen. Oh Gott. Das hätten sie eben aber auch machen können, ganz ehrlich. Hin.
Whoa! Look at all these books! Now, where's the master script? Oh, it sounds like a water droplet is on the second floor. Let's go have a look.
Na, führst du uns?
Wow, this is a lot of scripts. Looks like the water droplet has been managing them for the director. Most of them look like works in progress.
Nun, wenn es das Hauptskript ist, nach dem wir suchen.
Then it should be the one that's finished. Okay, let's look for the thickest one and then check the ending. This is the only script that fits the bill. Plus it looks pretty new. This must be the master script. Let's go give it to Director Zosimos. Zosimos, we got your script.
Ah, thank you. That's a huge help. I'm running out of time here. There's no way I'll be able to fix everything up perfectly. We may just have to wing it. Anyway, the stage is secondary. The performance is what really matters. Things can always go wrong on stage, but as long as the show goes on, it should be fine.
You don't sound very confident in what you're saying.
It's true. I realize now that a show is the art of the unknown. Even if you have the same actors performing on the same stage, the performance will be slightly different every time. Those subtle differences are what make each performance special.
Bist du wirklich klar geworden?
Okay. One last request. Traveler, you can enter the preprints, yes? The truth is that my sets are composed entirely of preprints. First, I use materials to make the objects. Then I take those objects and turn them into the preprint. Now, of course, preprints are really meant for making objects to furnish the domain. So using objects to create preprints is, strictly speaking, the reverse of what this is intended for. But Idea said that if this is what I really want to do, she's not going to stand in my way.
Ah, so that's what you meant earlier. Okay, well, what do you need us to do?
I'd like the Traveler to go into the preprint set and help move props around during the performance.
Also sind wir jetzt Angestellte, aber naja, das ist das berühmte hinter den Kulissen.
The reason is,
Weil du die Vorstellung selbst erleben möchtest?
Oh, Paimon gets it now. If you're busy directing, moving the props, and operating all the mechanisms, you never get the chance to watch the show.
Yes, I know that I'm no master playwright, but still. Even if it really is a half-baked script, with shoddy writing and moments of sheer ridiculousness, I'd still like to see it for myself, just once.
Hard to turn a guy down after a speech like that.
Wir helfen dir gerne.
Thank you. Genuinely, I'm so grateful. I'll go and inform the others. Then, as soon as you're ready, the show can begin.
Führe die Darbietung durch. Okay. Ich dachte, wir warten, bis sie kommen. Egal. Ah, ein anderer Charakter.
Long, long ago, there was a great thief. He lived in a land where the light did not shine, where all suffered in the darkness.
People call me?
Sorry, Kaya. Directly into the microphone, please. Otherwise your voice'll, you know.
Okay. They call me the Dagger Bandit, but no one sees that I rob the rich and give to the poor. Here in the dark, evildoers run rampant in the shadows, while the good, honest folk stumble blindly on, just trying to find a way through.
As the bandit brooded, suddenly the world was inexplicably changed as a single star appeared on the horizon and flew across the sky. Traveler, stomp on that movement mechanism in front of you.
Light. A brief flash, yet enough to illuminate the world. If I can find the source of that light, I can shine it into the darkness, and the people will suffer in blindness no longer.
Without a moment to spare, he set off to follow the star's course. All the while, the star kept moving through the sky. Traveler, the star kept moving through the sky.
Looks like I have to go through the desert. This could get dangerous.
If everything he'd heard was to be believed, the desert ahead was a no-man's land filled with horrors. Worse still, the star had landed in the most difficult-to-reach location, surrounded by sheer cliffs, but he was determined to press onward.
I've come this far, and I'm not about to turn back now.
The Dagger Bandit trekked deep into the desert wasteland. Yet when he finally arrived at his destination, he found not a fallen star, but a young girl, dressed in white.
How strange. I'm positive this is where the star landed. Young lady, do you know where the light has gone?
The girl replied,
Traveler from afar, the light you seek is only a bottled flame. But the flame has now died, and its light is long gone.
A bottled flame?
Yes, it was a gift from another.
And so, the girl began to tell the story of how the bottle came into her possession. The girl hailed from a kingdom that sat atop the waterfalls. But when the reigning dynasty fell and a new one seized power, she and her people fled for their lives. A thick fog began to fill the air as she made her way through the forest, and dense thickets tried to block her path. There is a mechanism down there that you can press to retract the thicket board below the stage.
If I only had a lamp to guide me through this wretched forest, then I could survive.
With scratches covering her arms and legs, the girl pressed through the pain and made her way forward. The road ahead was arduous, but she was determined to press onward.
I've come this far. far, and I'm not about to turn back now.
But just as she was drawing near her destination, a huge stretch of thorns and brambles suddenly came into view. Despair set in and began to weigh on her heart.
If only someone could help me, I would give anything in return.
The girl's heartfelt wish in her moment of desperation did not go unheard.
Wait! There's no mechanism for the final thicket!
Ugh, I must have forgotten to check those boards.
According to the story, those thickets should be gone from the stage now, right?
Yes, total oversight on my part. What a pain.
I can help! Traveler, catch! It's a Jumpy Dumpty!
The girl's heartfelt wish did not go unheard, for a Jumpy Dumpty who was passing by helped to clear a path for her.
Oh, thank you, Jumpy Dumpty.
And so the girl continued her journey deeper into the forest. But what she found there was not a lamp, but a mage glowing with fire. So, just to clarify, it was supposed to be the mage who helped burn a path through the thicket.
Save it for the end, man!
The mage took pity on the girl and handed her a bottle. Then, the mage began to tell the story of how the bottle came into her possession. The fiery mage had an adventurous spirit and enjoyed taking long journeys. On one such journey, while taking rest in an oasis, she found a beautiful bottle by a crescent-shaped lake.
Klee, quick, get in the light.
Coming!
She was an extraordinary mage with the power to grant people their wishes. She turned the bottle into a thing of equally extraordinary power. But the only place that it could make wishes come true was inside of the bottle.
Oh me! Oh my! Look at this wonderful bottle of mine! It could make a fine toy! But better still, a sojourner's home!
The fiery mage blew into the bottle, allowing it to grant one single wish outside its glass walls.
Oh, am I supposed to blow into it? Wow, it lit up!
A flame was kindled within the bottle, and it began to glow a fiery red, just like the mage herself. After the mage finished telling her story, she disappeared, leaving only the bottle behind.
A magic bottle that can grant wishes. And I wish to leave this place and go somewhere where no one will ever find me again.
And then? The bottle seemed to softly inquire.
I don't know.
The flame in the bottle faded as the girl's single wish was granted, and she found herself in the middle of the desert, far away, where no one could ever find her. When the Dagger Bandit listened to her story, he sighed in disappointment that the flame with the power to grant wishes outside of the bottle had already died.
But this doesn't make sense. If it truly granted my wish, then nobody should have been able to find me here.
Maybe they shouldn't. The desert is difficult and dangerous to navigate, but I was determined to make it, no matter what.
Then take this bottle with you for your trouble. It may be able to grant you your wish, though sadly, only within the confines of the bottle itself.
All I wish for is light.
Honoring the bandit's request, the girl wished for light inside the bottle. And sure enough, it lit up. They found that while the light was only generated within, it could nonetheless shine through the glass and reach anywhere in the outside world.
Even though it doesn't burn as brilliantly as the light that shone before, this is still an extraordinary light. What will you do after I take the bottle?
I don't know.
Well, then maybe you should come back with me.
With no reason to refuse, the girl accompanied the dagger bandit back to the land where the light did not shine. They brought light to that place, and the darkness was dispersed, and they lived happily ever after.
And we're done! Seems the show went pretty well. Miss Honorary Knight! Didn't I do great? I felt like I really was the fiery mage. Wow, great costume, Glee! As soon as Paimon saw your shadow, she thought straight away, what a cute hat!
Eine würdige Hexe, das passt zu Klee, definitiv.
Glee loves it! Thanks, Mr. Zosimos! Oh, wait, no, I mean, Mr. Director.
Mr. Director? Ha! No one's ever called me that before. Thank you, my dear little mage. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm so happy.
Miss Dia said that she tailored it a little bit so it would fit me, but you were the one who designed and made it. You're amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. And it sounds like Adia did a great job too.
It was nothing really. Just one of those, oh no, whatever shall I wear to the ball moments. Sewing comes in handy at times like that.
Sewing is an art in its own right. You're more talented than you give yourself credit for, Adia.
Really? Oh, I'm just gonna go for a second. Please, chat amongst yourselves.
She gets embarrassed so easily. She really can't handle being in the spotlight.
Idia's a sensitive person and doesn't have a whole lot of self-confidence. I hope all the excitement hasn't brought her to tears. Oh, I'm a little worried.
Don't worry. I'll go make sure she's okay. I'll see you all later.
So, what did you all think of the play? Any thoughts?
Huh? Uh-oh. Time to get serious. Now, are you sure you want to hear what we really think?
Oh, absolutely. I had the courage to ask, didn't I? So, don't mince your words. Go ahead. Speak your mind. I can take it.
Wenn das so ist.
Okay, Paimon will go first. So, the dialogue at the beginning was pretty good, but it ran out of steam as the story went on. Paimon could tell that you ran out of inspiration somewhere along the way. The characters were honestly a little bit ridiculous. Paimon didn't get what you were trying to do. The moment anyone started to show any kind of substance, suddenly the scene was over.
Yes, all very good points, Paimon. I would add that in its attempt to pay tribute to the series 1,000 Nights, all semblance of a coherent was sacrificed. Plus, I do have to penalize you for the issues with the props.
Miss Adia, what are you doing back here?
Oh, you know, I return like the tide when people start discussing something important.
Huh. Especially when it has to do with criticizing my show.
Mm-hmm. But there was one thing I liked about it. Just one, mind you. The story had a good ending.
Oh Gott, ist sie merkwürdig. Aber ja gut, jedenfalls ist sie ja noch strenger als Paimon.
You think so? I thought I was letting him off lightly.
Itia, could I borrow you for a moment?
Oh, sure. Excuse me for a moment. Back to you, Paimon. Keep up the good criticism.
Okay, in that case, Paimon did have one other complaint.
Let's hear it. Taking criticism on the chin is all part of being a director.
The ending was all wrong. The girl's motives were clear and simple the whole way through. It was kind of jarring when all she had to say was, I don't know. And doesn't anyone else find it weird how her whole community was on the run, but she was only looking out for herself the whole time?
Jetzt ist sogar das Schöne nicht mehr so schön. Ist alles in Ordnung mit dir?
I'm fine. I'm not going to improve without feedback. I also learned a lot this time with the chance to be off stage. To be honest, it was a dream come true.
What a great attitude. You don't seem upset at all by our comments.
I wouldn't say I'm completely unaffected, but you're only speaking the truth. They're all very valid points.
Still, now that Paimon thinks about it, you did finish the script in a bit of a rush. Maybe we were being a little too hard on you.
Es sind wirklich hohe Ansprüche.
That's perfectly fine. Nothing is as important to me as my work on the stage. We all use our imaginations when we're kids, right? I used to play with dolls and my own cardboard cutouts by the light of an oil lamp. The shadows would come to life and dance on the walls. I never got tired of it. Fast forward to now, and in many ways, I'm still that same little kid, lying on his bed, making sound effects. And I get the same joy from running a show now as I did in my little bedroom theater. Of course, a director can accomplish nothing without a cast and crew. So on that note, I want you to all know that I am eternally grateful to each and every one of you.
Hey, don't mention it. We had a blast.
Okay, here, take this. Your component, as promised.
Tja, somit haben wir alle 4 Ersatzteile.
It's the bottle from the show. The one that lit up when I blew into it.
That's right. Can you guess the secret behind why it lights up?
Oh, maybe there's an invisible fairy inside that opens its eyes when you blow into it.
Bingo! You guessed it.
That should do the trick. Oh, wait, this needs tightening up a little. Hold on, this will only take a second.
Oh, da drüben ist es plötzlich so lebhaft.
This outfit's more fashionable than I imagined.
Excuse me, everyone. Do you have a moment? Especially you, Zosimos. Itia wants to do a little something for you. She says it'll be a dream come true.
A dream come true?
Yes. She said that as useless as she is, she wants to do something for you as the first person to have heard of your dream of being a director. Her words, not mine. I'd have to disagree, though. I have never thought of Itia as a useless person.
How is this suddenly about me? If everybody is ready, then I'd like to invite tonight's male lead to take the stage. Ta-da!
Wow! Cool! Kaya's turned into the real Dagger Bandit!
How is me changing outfits supposed to make the director's day? It's just a prototype costume. Is he that easy to please?
Don't be silly. If I know our director, nothing will make him happier than to see his ideas brought to life by the right actor.
Well, then I'm happy to oblige. Who am I to argue with the star of the show?
Zosimos drew up countless designs and made a few prototypes before landing on this one. It just needed some tailoring to fit properly, so I made a few stitches here and there. I hope the result isn't a disappointment.
Oh, it's perfect. Itia, I'm so touched. Thank you all. You've made me happier than I ever thought I could be.
Als Zosimos das erste Mal sieht, wie sein eigenes Stück aufgeführt wird, bedeckt er sein Gesicht mit seinen Händen. Man hört ein leises Schniefen, seine Augen scheinen feucht zu sein, vor Freude über seinen wahr gewordenen Traum.
How are you doing? Recovered?
Oh, I'm good. Thank you again, Idia.
Oh, please, don't mention it. Well, now that we have the final component, it's time to say goodbye for now. Let's head to the core of the Veluria Mirage and get this place fixed up.
Can I keep wearing my costume?
Please do, by all means. Both of you can keep your costumes. It seems only fair.
Yay! Kaya, keep wearing yours too. It looks amazing. I agree with our mage. I'm sure it's not every day you get to play such an unforgettable character.
Sure. I think I can be a bandit for a little longer.
Bye-bye, Mr. Director.
Take care, my dear friends.
So, dann haben wir es erhalten. Sehr gut. Zurück zur Normalität. Die in der Flasche verborgene Geschichte. Ja. Einmal hier raushuschen. Wir haben auf jeden Fall noch ein bisschen was zu erledigen an dieser Stelle. Doch das können wir immer noch nachholen. Ich denke aber, dann wird die Episode jetzt... Achso, wieder dieses Story. Oh, Alter, jedes Mal, wenn wir hier vorbeikommen, kommt das. Ich will das jetzt nicht annehmen oder triggern. Wo genau müssen wir hin? Hier vorne diesmal wieder. Ah, okay, Moment mal. Ist das oberirdisch gewesen? Nee, ich glaube nämlich nicht. Ich versuche mal diesen Teleporter zu nehmen. Achso, das ist hier drinne. Erstmal kurz gucken. Wo müsste ich denn hin? Hier könnte was Verdächtiges sein hinterm Baum. Was ich übersehen habe. Aha, wie tief ist das? Das ist schon fast auf Augenhöhe, ne? Ja, das heißt, ich muss hier am besten klettern. Zack. 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 Das müsste ja jetzt jeden Moment zu Ende sein. Deswegen weiß ich nicht, ob ich das in die nächste Episode verschiebe oder direkt hier mache. Ich denke, ich mache das in dieser Episode noch. Damit wir uns in der nächsten Episode um die ganzen Nebenmissionen, die ganzen Rätsel und so weiter uns zumuten, also hier zuwenden können. Wo ist das? Ach, das war die erste Plattform. Ah, okay. Hier liegt gerade nichts. Okay. Euler und Colley stehen da auch schon. Perfekt.
Yes. Idia had the water droplet send us a message just as the show was coming to an end, so we came back here to wait for you.
How is Lessig doing?
He finished all the maintenance work, but it took a lot out of him. He's now fast asleep in his room.
Oh, I feel a little guilty.
Consider it his atonement. It's only fair that he had to do something constructive before being able to sleep soundly. Seriously. Don't waste your concern on him.
If you say so. Okay, without further ado, let's go and fix the domain.
Isn't this where we first met Water Droplet?
Correct. The core of the Veluria Mirage is the largest streaming projector of all, and this domain is one gigantic preprint.
Whoa, so everything we've seen is created by this? That's incredible. So to fix it, same process as usual, right? Do we need to use the preprint?
Exactly. Well done. You catch on quick.
It's hard to forget after doing it so many times now.
Let's get going. This is the final step.
Yay! Suddenly Paimon's really excited.
The hub consists of these components. All you need to do is place them onto the foundation in the right shape.
The right shape? But we've never seen what it looks like.
Oh, don't worry about it. Close enough will do. As long as it can spin, it'll be fine. Should be fine. I think.
Sometimes you have no standards whatsoever.
Gut. Was heißt das obere Sockel, das mittlere und das untere? Hier ist die Lampe. So sieht das zumindest für mich aus. So. Nochmal. Hä? Wie soll dieses Rätsel funktionieren? Einmal auswählen, abliefern. Dann das hier, das hier, das hier. Jetzt? Ich muss das doch irgendwie sortieren. Wenn ich da die Lampe setze, wie verändert sich das Bild? Okay, mittlere wäre dann das hier. Sieht nämlich fast so aus, aber... Das entfernen wir. Den Stock oder das Seil ist es ja. In diesem Fall setzen wir hier. Und unten das hier. Moment mal. Was ist, wenn ich hier die Lampe setze? Und da das hier. Sieht schon fast richtig aus, aber nur fast. Ach Mist, das war richtig. Moment, das hier? Ah ne, doch, nee, warte. Wir tauschen die beiden aus. Hier in der Mitte was Rundes. So, jetzt stimmt es.
We did it! But why isn't it turning?
The components are back in the core, and the hub is restored to its proper shape again. That's all we needed to do. Like any wound, it just needs time to heal. It'll probably just start turning again one day in the middle of the night when no one's looking.
Really? I thought that with your special abilities, you could get it turning again right away.
What?
Huh? All of us are dying to see it. Not just how the domain looks when it's fixed, but also Idea. And her element. I want to see Idea using her magic powers too! I bet they're super awesome! What are you guys talking about? And how is Clean on this, but Paimon isn't?
Hat Paimon es nicht gemerkt?
They're referring to our mascot's true form.
As I've said all along, there's much more to Idea than she gives herself credit for. She has a very special power. Though, I think some of us have sensed that already. Did you notice right away, General? I only found out when I was chatting with Eula.
So our general was the first to notice. It seems like she's more perceptive than she lets on.
I'd say the same about you, Kaya.
What the... All of you? No? I mean, I wasn't trying to hide anything from you, I promise. It's just... For people who stumble upon this place by accident, I think my current form is more approachable than my true one. I don't want people to get scared when they see me.
Ich habe in der Tat etwas bemerkt.
What? What is it? And whatever it is, how the heck does everyone know about it? Well, for one thing, I sensed elemental energy in the residents here, but none of them have visions. Then my mind started to wander as I was reading a storybook, and suddenly, I had a thought. Since Hydro-Idolins can change into any form, why not human form?
You hit the nail on the head. All right, in that case, please allow me to introduce myself once more. I am an Oceanid who was exiled here when the former Hydro-Archon passed away. My name is Idea.
Ich dachte, es wäre ein Tröpfchen und nicht diese Gestalt, aber interessant.
Wow, Idea, you're so pretty.
Now that I'm in my true form, I suddenly feel a little embarrassed talking to you all.
You look stunning. You should be flaunting this look at every opportunity.
Oh, come on. I'm too shy.
Wait, so does this mean that all the people we met in here are actually...
I'm guessing that the human counterparts to these Hydro alter egos are long gone.
That's right. When they wanted to leave, I took them to the edge of the desert. The components are, in fact, gifts that they gave to me before they left. But I'm always curious about what brings people here, so I used the streaming projector to bring their wishes to life.
The power to grant wishes, but only within the confines of the bottle.
Exactly.
It's a truly extraordinary light.
I've just realized something. When the components fell from the core, it appeared as if they had returned to their respective owners. But actually, it was after the components landed where they did that their owners and the things associated with them arose around them to form the different zones.
So now that the components have been retrieved, does that mean that all those things are gone?
Don't worry, they'll be quite safe. As long as I remember them, they'll never disappear. However much we might criticize each other or get into scuffles, in this mirage, they will always be my friends.
I had so much fun in the choo-choo cart and hanging out with Mr. Director. I'll never forget them either. Me neither. I'll always remember my adventures in this fantasy land.
Very good. But it's probably time I set this wheel in motion.
This one's all yours, Adia, our magical mascot. Please work!
Huh? Huh? That's strange. Nothing happened. Has it lost some power because of the incident? Oh, crumbs. Not now. Not right off the back of everyone putting me on a pedestal and me acting like this is going to be my big moment. Someone get me a bottle. I'm hiding myself away. See you in 100 years.
You're already in a bottle.
What now? This was the only way. Now I'll never be able to show you how the Velourium Mirage is supposed to look.
Hold on. I have an idea.
Yes, General Sangonomiya? I'm all ears.
If it's okay with you, would you let me borrow the Shinro casket from the domain's core?
Ah, the Shinro casket. That sounds familiar. 1 second. Here. Is this it?
Wow! A huge shell!
It's the relic that Kokomi mentioned earlier! So this is where it's been hiding! It was once a ritual vessel used for making offerings in the Moun Shrine. It's made from the remains of a yokai called the Shinkiro, and it can listen to the wishes of those who come to pray to build up Shinki, which gives it its power. Several centuries ago, the relic was lost when the last prefect of Yashiori died in battle. Its final resting place was unknown. The pearl that goes with it should be able to sense the casket's location. But when, unbeknownst to anyone at the time, the casket disappeared inside the core of the Velourium Mirage, the pearl's light died out.
Huh? How come?
Well, imagine it was a sound instead of light. If the room is too big, you can't hear anything from outside the door, can you?
Oh, I get it now. The shell must have been having too much fun one day and got locked in the solitary confinement room.
I understand now, too. The core has been wearing out recently. That's why you were able to follow the pearl all the way here.
Klingt wie der Schatzkompass, den ich benutzt habe.
To get back to the story, without the offerings at the shrine, this vessel quickly loses its power. Yet countless people who have visited this domain brought their wishes with them and left a small piece of themselves behind along with their gifts. These have the same effect as the offerings at the shrine.
Wow! I never knew this thing was so powerful.
It is. Powerful enough to help you repair the Valyria Mirage with any luck.
But what do I do with it?
It's simple. We just need to awaken it by telling it what we wish for. For example, my name is Sangonomiya Kokomi, the divine priestess of Watatsumi Island. And my wish is to use my critical thinking and strategic planning skills to bring a little more joy into the lives of my fellow Watatsumi Islanders, as well as the lives of everyone I cherish. Itia, what do you wish for?
Me? My wish is that all those who have sojourned to the Valyria Mirage in the past will achieve what they truly wish for. Not just in this domain, but out there, too. Even though I know full well that trying to build a railway in the outside world is just a pipe dream, and that Maimuna will probably just go back to being a scholar. And I know that Zosimos has a lot of improving to do as a playwright. It's going to be tough for him back in Fontaine. Chasing your dreams is hard work. Despite all of that, I still hope that somehow, someday, they will achieve their dreams.
Combined power of our hopes and dreams is at your disposal.
Geht es dir gut?
Everyone's praise and curious questions went to my head. I said so many things I'm so ashamed of, and I lost the courage to live on.
Please don't say that. Yours was a noble wish.
Yeah, and you weren't granting wishes for yourself. You did it for other people. I have friends like that too. Other people's hopes and dreams are what motivate them. They'll work tirelessly just to see them smile. If you ask me, that's one of the most noble things a person can aspire to.
Please, no more praise. I'm really not comfortable with it. It makes me feel so ashamed. Someone like me doesn't deserve so many people's praise. It's like I'm dreaming.
Well, at least the domain is fixed now, and all the components are back in place.
What's the matter, Klee?
I suddenly have loads and loads of more wishes. I want to ride the choo-choo cart again and look down from up on top of the big wheel. Is there a way to get up on top of the wheel, Adia?
There is a way, but there's only space for a very few people.
That's okay. I can go up by myself. But it'd be more fun with Miss Honorary Knight.
Ich bin an deiner Seite, Fräulein Hexe.
Are we sure about this? It's so high. What happens if we fall off?
Du kannst auch fliegen, oder?
Well, yeah, but Paimon's just worried for you.
Don't worry, I'll be there to make sure no one falls off. I haven't been up there in a long time myself.
So, und ich denke, das werden wir in dieser Episode nicht mehr erleben, sondern erst in der nächsten Episode. Dann können wir wahrscheinlich auch wieder die ganze Zeit investieren für die ganzen Minispiele und alles, was jetzt freigeschaltet worden ist diesbezüglich. Deswegen empfehle ich euch ein Abo dazulassen, damit ihr es nicht verpasst, und gleichzeitig supportet ihr mich ziemlich nice hier auf YouTube. Folgt mir auf meine Social Media Kanäle, die ich ebenfalls verlinkt habe, denn dort poste ich Sachen auch von anderen Spielen. Ansonsten liked, dislike, kommentiert meine Videos, Fragen, Anmerkungen, was auch immer. Ich versuche es in der Cloud zu beantworten und würde mal sagen, bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao, ciao.